What's up, pretty gang? It's your favorite nail tech Peaches, back with another video. And today's video, we are working on this gorgeous abstract set. Look, if y'all been on my channel and y'all been on my Instagram, and if y'all know me, you guys already know I absolutely love abstract swirl designs. I love how I do them. Everyone can do them differently. I love thick, bold lines, so I'm gonna get into how we go ahead and do that, okay? And I'm so sorry to say we don't have a subscriber today because you guys, YouTube does not show me emails anymore of who subscribes. The only YouTube emails I get is anything about my channel, as well as people leaving comments. So I gotta figure that out because I do want to keep having subscribers. Okay, so you guys just make sure you're following me on Instagram, turn your notifications on, and subscribe, because if you didn't already know, I try to post daily for November and December. Since it is holiday season, people are gonna have time off. I want to give you guys plenty of stuff to binge, and yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. Okay, so the color we're using is Nude Me. If you guys see me using nudes on clients and stuff like that, well, first of all, the color's period, not polished, okay? It's not polished, it's not nothing. Typically, I'm the one who chooses the nudes for my clients. This particular color, I base off of the colors that is like in her cuticle area, like around her cuticle area and knuckles. It's kind of hard to see on camera because now like her fingers are shadowed just based off the angle that I'm using to record and how the lighting is hitting and stuff. But this color is not too far off from like some of the undertones in her skin and things like that. So this was like actually a really great choice for her. If you have trouble choosing nudes, there's a couple that are like universal. They look great on everybody. These are all not polished colors I'm getting ready to list. Okay, so Second Nude looks universally great no matter the skin tone, and Nude Panther looks great no matter the skin tone. Okay, so Second Nude is going to have a little bit more of a brown undertone. Nude Panther is going to have a little bit more of a pink undertone, but also depending on the like lightness or darkness of the skin, it's not going to be just straight up pink or straight up brown. Okay, so that's going to play a factor as well. That's why it's universally cute. Okay, just throwing that out there. All right, so I apologize for missing last night's video. You guys, I got off of work close to 8. I showered, I ate, and honestly, I took my behind to bed. I couldn't pull through. I had to wake up for work this morning. I was anticipating working from 9 a.m. to close to midnight today, but unfortunately my 6:30 client, she was booked for a lot of services. She was gonna get like a deluxe pedicure, acrylic toes, removing her current set of acrylic toes, and getting like a freestyler junk type set. So that's why that appointment was going to be so long. But she messaged me at around like 5 something that she could not make it. So that's that. So tomorrow's video may be a little bit boring just because I was counting on her to get some really good content, but unfortunately we didn't, and that's okay, and we're gonna move on. All right, so I also want to apologize because when you guys see me do the line work in this video, you guys, when I tell you like pretty much every single frame, I was out of frame, okay, and I had no idea. I really thought that I was in there, okay, and I definitely was not. So that is like pieced together, but you guys will still be able to get the general concept. I do have other videos on my channel doing different swirl / abstract designs, so if you really need like an in-depth tutorial or idea or whatever, you can always check those out. And other than that, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. Now this application, I'm not even gonna lie, it went pretty much as smooth as possible. What I will say is that this application did take me a little longer just because, like I mentioned in a previous video, when it gets to cold weather, cold temperatures, it like messes up the process of polymerization, because heat is basically the catalyst for the liquid and the powder to, like, I guess you can say, bind together. All right, so the liquid and the powder, they get together. There's like a chemical reaction that produces heat. Actually, if you touch the nail, you will feel heat. Okay, that's why like sometimes people can feel it through into their natural like nail bed and stuff like that. There's no real rhyme or reason to that. It's just I have like a theory that if you have nail beds that are on the thinner side, or if you did have any kind of like recent damage or anything like that, you can feel it. But honestly, at the end of the day, it is a chemical reaction, so even if you don't have thin nails or damage, you can possibly still feel that reaction happening on top of your nail, okay? But anyway, so cold weather can kind of prohibit that a little bit, slow it down, which is why you see me taking a lot of time making sure the sides are together in shape and padded, because if I leave that unattended too long and the acrylic is not fully dried, what's going to happen is it's going to dry in a way that I don't want it to, okay? So now that you can see kind of from this angle, do you guys see what I meant by like the undertones in like her knuckles and around her like cuticle area, if you will? It's like not like, it looks really good with this color. Like this color is actually very flattering on her, and that's kind of what I mean. Like, you know, she kind of pulls a little bit golden in some areas, and this particular nude is more of a like a golden undertone rather than just being like brown or tan or like, you know, pink or anything like that. But this is also another color that you can pretty much use on anybody, no matter how light, dark, you know, no matter the undertones, things like that. So yeah, so I did also include some shaping just because I felt bad that a lot of the swirling design was not caught on camera. So in just a second here, I'm going to show you what the application looks like all the way done, and then we're going to get into the shaping, which is, of course, it's honestly pretty straightforward. Like this set is pretty straightforward. I just really liked the design on top. She actually booked as a nail model because I was looking for somebody who wanted a, you know, an abstract line art set, and she actually booked this saying that it was her birthday coming up, and she actually never got to try the set when it was like a huge trend. So yeah, she was more than happy to do it, and yeah, it was honestly very quick, very easy, very simple, honestly nothing to it. But these type of designs are really good when you absolutely, if you don't know what to do, or like plain clients want to spice something up, you know, step out of the box. So this is what the application looks like. No shaping, no filing, no nothing. You can see in this video how really nice this nude looks for her. It's like a really good nude. So of course, here we are shaping, and see, I tried to adjust the camera to like make it better, and I feel like this worked good for the shaping, but for whatever reason, this angle or whatever angle I had going on for the polish, it was not cutting it, okay? And I will say, she kind of like, you know what it was? Her hands was so far away, and I kept having to try and pull her close. Now, I think at one point in time, I just like pulled her close, but like stopped paying attention to the camera, because I was getting, I'm not gonna say I was getting like hella frustrated, but I'm just like, girl, I need your hands. And so like I said, when I pulled her on my end, and she kind of like, you know how you pull a little bit and they give you more like slack more in her hand or whatever, I think she just like gave me a little bit too much, but it was very convenient for me. Like that's exactly what I needed, but it just wasn't conducive for the camera. So I'm pretty sure that's what happened, because you can see already how like me filing, it's like getting closer and closer to the edge of the frame. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened. Yeah, this is self-explanatory. I do have plenty of tutorials, shaping tutorials on my channel. I was just really excited to show this design. Now I will say, excuse me, I hope this little slow motion clip do not stay, like it's not slow motion, but it's buffering. I hope this is not like permanent, because child, I don't have no control over that. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, just bear with me. If this don't look normal and it looks like it's skipping and all that stuff, I apologize. I don't have no control over that, but it looks regular now, so I don't really know what that's about. I don't know if that's something that happened in the recording process, if it's still there. Okay, so I apologize. So here goes after shaping and filing, and we're all done, and woo, child, this is looking sexy. I love a good old nasty square. Okay, so okay, for those of you who don't know, I do have coupon codes for Madam Glam. This is Sweet November. The link is in the description box below. I do also have coupon codes for LA Nail Reserve. I actually like their polishes better than Madam Glam. Sorry. But this particular formula, now look, you can see the color now. Super pretty color, right? Now this is where like I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, but I thought I was going to use 2 colors. Okay, now I try to use this color every time, and every time I don't like this formula. Okay, the color is pretty, I don't care for the formula sometimes. And so I'm basically keeping this clip in to show you what I thought I was going to do, and also give you an idea of how I did the swirls. So initially I was going to do multiple swirls, like 3 swirls on one finger, but I didn't like that. So what you guys are going to see me do is, see how I did those 2 swirls on top? I ended up connecting one of the open sides, and that's how I decided to get the pattern I wanted. Now, it took me a couple of tries because I was like, first of all, I wasn't caring for the formula. Like I said, I've used this color a million times. Every time, sometimes it's hit or miss. But also I was deciding like, how do I want these lines to go? And that's gonna happen, and that's okay. And that's part of the fun of making an abstract set. Sometimes it just comes to you, right? So I was so set on like, I want 3 lines, like that's what I want. And yeah, I think I tried it once more, and I was like, whatever, I'm done. So we're going on to my Gelixir. I originally grabbed a Nail Reserve white, but y'all know this is my go-to. This is my homegirl. Okay, so as you can see, this is out of frame, and I apologize, but yeah, it's pieced together. I'm just showing you guys what I can. So you can rewind to the pink lines, and that's going to show you a good base of what I did. So you can see I started by doing 2 lines, because I'm like, okay, I still thought I was going to do 3 lines. I was like, all right, maybe 3, and then I was thinking maybe we'll just do 2. Okay, that's how I got from point A to B. And I like them very like wiggly, very out of the way. Okay, and so as you can see, I did the 2 lines, and then I just rounded them. Okay, so the pinky's kind of not a good like I did them a little bit differently, but as you can see, I did 1 line there, and instead of doing a second line, I just went ahead and rounded it anyways, because I kind of started to get hip to like, you know what, I like this look, so this is how we're gonna do it. Okay, so you guys see that on the pinky, and I'm gonna show you another way on the thumb. So technically you don't have to do the 2 lines like I did for the pink, because I just basically did 2 abstract lines, and see how on the pinky it's rounded in the corners on one end. Yeah, I just attached them, connected them. Okay, and that's the look I decided to go for. So you can see there's like, if you can see, look closely, there's 2 lines, and you can see in the corners I just connected them. And that's really how you do this design. Super easy, right? So for the thumb, I did the same thing as the pinky, I think. So here we go, 1 line, right? And I don't know if I round it out immediately or if I do a second line, but like you'll see. Okay, and then the opposite side, I do another line, see? And then I'm just gonna automatically connect these because that's what I want to do. But basically you can do it just like that. Super easy, but it's also very nice. And I love the white pop against this nude. I love how abstract it looks. I feel like personally it came out really good, and I really want to do another one of these sets, except for like maybe differently colored. I like really thick lines. My nail brush, it's honestly just from Amazon. It's a Beetles brand, but it's really the length. I like a shorter nail brush. I don't like long brushes and bristles. I can't do it. It's not for me. So again, on the pinky, I did this in pretty much 1 line because I knew. So boom, there's the first line. Actually, I didn't do this in 1 line because I was like, what do I want to do? So I guess I connected it at the bottom, and I was like, that's not connecting very well. Okay, so I did the 1 line. Like I said, I like thick, bold lines, so that's what I decided to stick to. And so then I guess I decided to just do another one and connect it there. But then I was like, something about this don't look right, because the other one is drying. You guys know this is a 2-minute cure formula for UV, 30 seconds for LED. And so I just decided, let me just hook the top. And then I was thinking, I'm like, something about this looks odd. Is this odd? And if you start to feel like something is out of place, right, you can always double check the other hand, because sometimes like this look is supposed to be abstract, but you still want it to look cohesive. So if you're feeling like something is a little off, do not be afraid to adjust it, to fix it. As you can see, like these things, minor things can be fixed, they can be changed. And so I decided to look at the other hand. I'm like, am I far off in what I'm doing with my design? And I realized, no, I'm not. Okay, so this is why I always say double, triple check everything, because at the end of the day, you want everything to look cohesive. Okay, so here we go. Like I said, I like thick, bold lines. And so I decided to double back. You guys know me with my abstract lines. I do like a lot of, you know, double line work like this. I did end up going and changing some because I realized I wanted it to just look a little differently. And so you just play around with it and you end up with a version that you like. So, you know, instead of trying to copy pictures on Instagram and stuff, look at the overall design and say, this is abstract. These lines are very swirly, and do it in your way. I promise your clients are going to love it so much more than if you were to just try and copy someone else's abstract lines, because everyone's brain works differently. So that's what's great about abstract. It shows how your brain works, okay? So once again, I apologize for the footage in this video, you know, but I still wanted to show you guys, like, this is a pretty easy, simple set. There's no reason why you can't do this. You know, it's very easy. Clients love it. It's something that's great for people who like simple things, but also for people who, you know, this might not be simple for them. You see what I'm saying? So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Not necessarily a tutorial, but here is the final look. I absolutely love this set. Let me know what you guys think down below, and of course I will see you guys in the next video.